Hey guys, I'm here with my 2024 Model 3 Performance after a successful Homelink retrofit from a Homelink module out of my old Tesla Model 3 Performance. There's a caveat with this, but we'll go over everything here in this video. Here's all the tools I used. So you'll need either an impact or a socket set, an extension, a 10 millimeter, an 8 millimeter, or a 5/16, and a couple pry tools. You can probably get by with a flathead if you don't have it. The caveat is, if you have the bracket out of your pre-Highland Model 3, it is not compatible with the 2024. So you're either going to need a fabricated bracket, or there's a nice area to put a bunch of double-sided sticky tape on. So I used 3M VHB very high bond tape. But if you're wanting it done, to OEM spec, you'll probably have to wait for the Homelink modules to go back in stock on the Tesla shop. But otherwise, yeah, enjoy. So according to the Model 3 service manual, what we need to do here is take off this piece, disconnect the HVAC duct, which is just like 2 pop clips, take out the tray, which should be 2 bolts here, a couple bolts under this piece, and have to disconnect some wires from behind this light panel as well. After that, there should be 5 clips in each wheel well, and then there's a bolt that is behind the wheel well facing up that bolts in somewhere over here. According to the service manual, there's no need to remove any bolts or clips from underneath the car, but when I do look under there are bolts, so we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But we're going to start by taking this guy and the trunk or the frunk out. So I've got the frunk ready to come out. Took this piece off, comes straight up with just clips. Same with the HVAC duct, just pull straight up. The front light tow holder is just clipped in there. It was pretty hard to get out, but just put some leverage on it, came out. Unclipped the clip, there was no retaining pin or anything, it just pulls straight out. And then there were 6 bolts holding the front end. They're all 10 millimeter, they're all the same size, so you can't mix them up. 2 up front, 2 under this little piece here that slides back, and then 2 more right here. So there's a bunch of clips that hold the frunk on now. I felt that I've released a couple of them. According to the service manual, should just pull up the rest of the way, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that done now. So one thing I learned while reassembling after the completion of the module, this guy here, the clips on the bottom are hinged it down and the clips on the top just go in. So I pulled from the bottom to get it out, which made it a lot harder than it has to be. I would just get a pry tool and go from the top here, pop it out, and then lift it up. Luckily I didn't break any clips, but learn from my mistakes. So front pulled out no problem. And now we have 5 bolts here going across the front. And actually, as I was test fitting to make sure these were 10 as well, I felt that every single one of these, it was tight, but finger tight. I was able to loosen them all just with a socket in my hand. So I'm gonna get these 5 off, and then from there we move to each wheel and do the 5 clips in each wheel, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 back there. And after that, there should be 1 more bolt that we have to peel that liner back to get to, but update you when you get these clips off. So I got the clips off, turned the wheel to the left, and the 2 back there were a little tricky to get to, but not too bad. Just use this pry tool. After that, grab down here, pull the liner down. You got to be kind of careful, because if you let the liner up, it goes under a little lip here on the fascia, and if you just let it go, it can rub up against the paint. So put the microfiber towel there just for some protection. But once you have those 5 clips off, pull the headliner down, and then the bolt we want to get to is that guy right there. I'm sure it's metric, but I found that this 7/16 socket, where's it at? Sorry, 5/16 socket worked. So whatever the metric version of that is probably what it actually is. However, it was just finger tight, and so I was able to get it with the 7/16 without, risking rounding out the bolt or anything. I at first tried to go from this side here, but found it was easier to actually lay down on my side and go up from the front. So I'm gonna get this guy off and do the other side as well, and go from there. So I got the other side done here. What I actually found when I came over here was it's easier to turn the wheel towards you. That gives you good access to the clip back there. And then when it comes time to pull the liner down, I can still access everything with the wheel turned towards me. So I have the bumper fascia pulled away from the car. I was reading through the service documents, and actually we're not taking the fascia off. We're just pulling it enough out to get access to where the module goes. And so all the bolts under on the underside can stay. To get these out, what I did on each side, just grab underneath and pop these out, and follow along and pop these out. Do the same thing over here. And then there's clips here that go into the plastic there, and those come straight towards you. So once you have the winglets here popped out, just grab it here and pull straight out the way the car would travel, not up, but forward of the car, and that popped out no problem. And then was digging around in here where the module goes. Was a little concerned I couldn't find the plug for the Homelink, and the pictures in the service document didn't really help. So I went digging up top here, and what I actually found is the module's down here, and it has blue tape. So had to come all the way over, come down here, find the module, find the blue tape. I'm gonna cut the tape here because it's wrapped around another piece, and I can feel there's a good amount of slack to allow me to get that to the front and connect into the module. So I cut the tape here because it's a stubborn piece of tape, but have the module out, and I'm able to stuff it underneath there, get to the other side of this fascia, and start to install the module. There is a little rivet there that fits in somewhere. I'll find where that goes and update you guys as well. So right under this here, the clip is oval, and there's only one oval hole, and it's right here. So just push that in. It was kind of hard to get in with the crash bar here. I got the Homelink module connected. Ran into a small issue. The bracket from the old Tesla is a different bracket than what is shown on the service menu. And so I should be using that hole right there, and it should be a bracket that holds this to the left. This bracket I can screw in and I can make it work, but it's not the same bracket that's shown. So before I get too far, I'm gonna go in the car and make sure this works. If it doesn't work, I'll take it all apart and put it back and have mobile service do it when the part's in stock. But if it works, with the part being out of stock, I'll either make this bracket work, or I'll do like 3M VHB tape or something to get this guy secured there. Make it work until the brackets are in stock, and then maybe come back and redo it. So I put the car in service mode. I went to low voltage. I clicked Homelink Retrofit. I'm gonna do the Homelink Retrofit. I'm gonna hit run. It's saying hold the right turn signal in the active position and press down on the brake. Right. Brake. Right turn signal. 1, 2. All right, gateway unlocked for an hour and a half. Homelink Retrofit. I will update you when this is complete. All right, just came up. I'm gonna hit low voltage, Homelink. Looks like it worked. Let's go program a garage door and see if it's active. So I'm back at the screen now, and when I click on garage, it only comes up with my queue. I think I had this problem with my last Tesla, so I'm gonna hold the 2 scroll wheels on the steering wheel and reboot the car and see if that works. I think I also have to get out, shut the door, and then get back in. So I'll do both of those, get back in and see what happens. All right, I got out, I got in. Let's see. Homelink. Sweet, create Homelink. Cool. Yeah, so it looks like that worked. I know there were issues on earlier softwares. I am on version 20.200. So yeah, as of that, it appears to be working. So I'm having issues making that bracket work with using the screw to fasten. There's just no good way to get the pre-Highland Model 3 to work and get it seated there. So what I'm gonna do is I have, this is 3M VHB. It's a very high bond. It's made for automotive trim pieces to get fastened on the cars. It's what like the spoiler on the Performance 3 is held on with, or your Tesla badges, and pretty much any automotive trim piece is held on with this VHB. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put VHB on this flat piece here. There's a good amount of real estate that I can get it loaded up with, and then just stick that guy on and I get the module in there. It's stuck on there pretty good. I'm not worried about it coming off. So I'm gonna go ahead and program the garages and undo my work here. So I got everything programmed. Gonna go ahead and see. Awesome. Well, confirmation. Homelink retrofits work on the 2024 Highland if you're on 2024.20.200 or later, potentially earlier. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this girl put back together, and if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them below.